Okay, good morning everybody, and welcome to another Early Learner Live with Arizona Science Center. My name is Allison, and we are here this morning to talk about the snow. So it's kind of funny to talk about the snow because it's like 100 degrees outside. In fact, I think last week was our first day that actually hit 100. But, since it is so hot, it's kind of nice to talk about something really cold. So this morning we're going to read and start with a story called Over and Under the Snow. Then we're going to make some snow dough and talk about some adaptations that animals have to help them survive in the snow. So this story is called Over and Under the Snow by Kate Messner with art by Christopher Silas Neal. So let's get started. Over the snow I glide, into woods frosted fresh and white. So what do you see? What do you observe that these people are doing in the snow? I see these things on their feet. Anyone know what that is? Well, those would be skis. So these individuals seem to be skiing in the snow. Interesting. Over the snow, a flash of fur, a red squirrel disappears down a crack. Where did he go? Under the snow, Dad says. So where did the animal go? Under the snow? Why would an animal go under the snow? Anyone see the animal in here? Where is the animal? Where did he go? You might notice a little tail over here, using our careful observation skills. Under the snow is a whole secret kingdom where the smallest forest animals stay safe and warm. You're skiing over them now. So did you know that animals can live under the snow? We think of the snow being really, really cold, and it is. But some animals live in the snow, and some animals live under the snow. Over the snow I glide, past beech trees, rattling leftover leaves, and strong, silent pines that stretch up to the sky. On a high branch, a great horned owl keeps watch. Under the snow, a tiny shrew dodges columns of ice. It follows a cool tunnel along the moss, out of sight. So what animal is this? I see an owl. What other animals do we see? I see a shrew. So these are some of the animals that are living in the snow. Look, Dad says, tracks. Tracks always tell a story. Over the snow, a deer has crossed our path. Deep hoof prints punch through the crust, up the hill, under a tree. An oval of melted snow tells the story of a good night's sleep. Under the snow, deer mice doze. They cuddle up against the cold in a nest of feathers and fur. So do we see the tracks on this page? So we look really carefully, we can see some animal tracks. So we're talking about animal tracks, we're talking about those footprints that animals leave behind. We can learn a lot from the footprints because we can see where they're going, see where they came from, maybe get some clues about what they might be up to. So we see these tracks along from this deer. Apparently we have a helicopter overhead. Over the snow I climb, digging in my edges so I don't slide back down. Under the snow, voles scratch through slippery tunnels, searching for morsels from summer feasts. Over the snow I swish, down, down, faster, faster, down, faster, faster. Whoops! Uh-oh, what happened to him? Looks like he might be losing his balance. Not good. Under the snow, a snowshoe hare watches from a shelter of spruce. Almost invisible, she smooths her fur, a coat of winter white. Does anyone see the snowshoe hare? So we know a hare is like a rabbit, and a hare, so like a rabbit, lives in the snow. And they use camouflage to help them blend in. You can see that hare camouflaging over here. Over the snow I glide, past reeds where tadpoles play tag in springtime. Under the snow, fat bullfrogs snooze. They dream of sun-warm days back when they had tails. So we see these bullfrogs snoozing. Over the snow I stand and stare, little mountains in the marsh. Under the snow, beavers gnaw at aspen bark, settled in for supper. Can they hear my tummy rumbling too? Why would our tummy be rumbling? What does that mean? when my tummy rumbles, that means I'm hungry. So I wonder if maybe one of the characters is hungry. Over the snow, stop, a sound. We stand like statues carved in ice till a bushy-tailed fox steps from a thicket, tips his ears to the ground, listens, listens, listens still. Why do we think the fox is listening? What might this fox be doing? What do we predict? What do we know about foxes? I mean, we don't have a lot of foxes in Arizona, but we have coyotes, which are pretty similar. So if a coyote is listening, what is a coyote doing? See if we can make that connection and make any predictions there. It leaps out onto the snow after an invisible dinner. His paws scratch away to find the mouse he heard, scratch, scratch, scratching along underneath, under the snow. So what's that fox doing? That fox is looking for dinner. This tummy might be rumbling too. So he sees this mouse down here. So the fox is hunting. So if that was your prediction, you were correct. Over the snow I glide, a full moon lights my path to supper. Under the snow a chipmunk wakes for a meal. Bedroom, kitchen, hallway, his house under my feet. Over the snow I climb one last hill. Bonfire smoke rises, warm hands, hot cocoa, hot dogs sizzling on pointed sticks. Under the snow a black bear snores, still full of October blueberries and trout. So this bear is under the snow sleeping. Maybe some of you have heard the word hibernation before. So this bear might be hibernating. And where is the character going? I see warm hands, hot cocoa, hot dogs. Maybe to finally go get that food he was hungry for. Over the snow, the fire crackles and sparks shoot up to the stars. I lick sticky marshmallows from my lips and lean back with heavy eyes. Shadows dance in the flames. Under the snow, a queen bumblebee drowses away December. All alone, she'll rule a new colony in the spring. So you can see this bee. So there's many animals that slumber or hibernate in the winter. It's one of the ways that they can stay alive through the cold, cold winter. Over the snow, I glide home on tired legs. Clouds whisper down feather soft flakes. Under the covers, I snuggle deep and drift into dreams. What do you think you might be dreaming about? Dreams of cuddling deer mice and slumbering frogs, hungry beavers and tunneling voles, drowsy bears and busy squirrels, and the secret kingdom under the snow. The end. So that was the story Over and Under the Snow by Kate Messner with art by Christopher Silas Neal. So in this story we saw lots of different animals. What kinds of animals do you all remember from the story? Do you remember a bear? There were voles, there were shrews, there was, what was that animal that was trying to eat the mouse? Anyone remember? It was a fox. We had the bumblebee and the bullfrog. So all of these different animals that are living in the snow. Now, we don't live in the snow in Arizona right now. Maybe if you're in northern Arizona, you can live in the snow. But there's lots of animals that live in our desert that wouldn't be able to live in the snow because they don't have the right adaptations. So adaptations are those things that are going to help animals survive in the snow. So we think about some animals that live in the snow. What other animals can you think of? So I have some animals down here. So I have just some toy animals from around of different animals that can live in the snow, like polar bears and walruses and whales, which don't live in the snow, but they live in the icy water near the snow. But if we think about all these animals, what do they have to help them survive in cold weather? Some of you might say hair. Yeah, a lot of these animals have lots of hair that helps them stay warm. There's another really fun adaptation that they have that we're going to talk about, which is called blubber. So does anyone know what blubber is? So blubber is going to be fat. So it's a lot of fat that these animals are going to have to help them stay warm. So we're going to look at that. So I made a blubber glove. So I'm going to explain how you guys can make one of these at home. So this blubber glove, what I did was I took a plastic bag and I filled it with lard. It was really messy, which is why I did it before right now. So this lard, you could also use any sort of fatty baking, cooking fat or grease of sorts once it's cooled down to fill your bag with lard. And then I put another bag on the inside, so that way my hand wouldn't get covered in this lard. So I'm gonna put my hand in here, and smush my lard around it so it's nice and fatty, just like how these animals have lots of fat. Now my hand here has lots of fat around it, and I can put my hand in cold water. So I'm going to compare my regular hand and my fat blubber hand. And if I put them both in the cold water now, oof, my hand going in the cold water, you've all hopefully felt ice water before. It gets really, really chilly. It's going to make, the ice is going to make my hand really, really cold. But this hand in my blubber glove, you're going to have to take my word for it. I'm not feeling a thing. It is nice and warm. So this is something, maybe you try at home. If you don't believe me, make your own blubber glove and see if it can keep your hand warm when you put it in some ice water. Because this blubber is going to be one of the adaptations that helps animals stay warm in the winter and in the snow. And many, many animals have blubber. So we talked a little bit about some of the animals, just a few of the adaptations that they have to help them survive in the cold. Now, since it is so hot outside, thought it'd be fun to make some snow dough to help remind us of colder times. So I'm going to show you guys how to make snow dough at home. So all you need is some hair conditioner and some cornstarch. So I have a really big container of cornstarch, and I have some hair conditioner. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your cornstarch. I'm going to make sure, well, already covered in cornstarch. You're going to open up your cornstarch, and you're going to pour some in the bowl or in some sort of container. And I'll say this, the beauty of this is it doesn't have to be exact because you can experiment with the amount of cornstarch you add and the amount of conditioner. So I'm going to add some conditioner in here, and I'm going to stir it up and get really messy with my hands. Say, okay, so do we think this is a good snow consistency just yet? Not yet. I think I actually need some more conditioner. So let's squeeze in some more conditioner. I'm going to keep mixing. And this is something you guys can do at home where you can experiment. Okay, what happens if I add just a little bit of conditioner versus a lot of conditioner? And you know, if you add too much conditioner like I just did, I got really excited and added a ton of conditioner, and now look, it looks way too gooey to be snow dough. So now I can just, you know, add some more cornstarch and keep playing with it until I get it to be the exact consistency that I want, which is kind of like snow. And as you're making this, you can also be thinking and asking yourself, you know, what does snow feel like? Have we ever felt snow before? How does this snow dough feel similar and different to real snow? Do you think that this is going to be cold like real snow? I'm going to say it's not very cold, so maybe if I put my conditioner in the refrigerator, I could make it a little colder. But it doesn't feel cold the way snow actually does, but it does feel nice and fluffy. So as you can see here, I have a kind of a doughy, fun consistency. So this is something, you know, it's not real snow, but it might help remind us of snow right now on our hot, hot summer days. So I'm going to put this back in my bowl, and now I'm all covered in snow dough. It's fun to get messy and experiment and, you know, have fun with it. So thank you all so much for joining us today for our Early Learning Live. We read the story Over and Under the Snow, talked about blubber adaptations, and then we made some very messy snow dough. So thank you all. Remember, we're here every morning at 9:30. We also have live demos at 1 p.m. and more resources at azscience.org. Have a great day.